Love and I'm Head of Student Records and Timetabling here at St Mary's University College. The project's aim is essentially to introduce an automated attendance monitoring system across all teaching spaces in the University College, with the main aim of providing improved pastoral care for the students and support their achievement and retention, but also with the added advantage of providing useful data for space utilisation and timetabling. We've piloted it in the last academic year and it's now will be fully operational as of September. I would say that it's recognised now as a very cost-effective solution to monitoring student attendance and space utilisation, which is of key importance to a small institution such as ourselves and hopefully to other HEIs of a similar size and structure. The students will benefit because they will have their attendance recorded in real time simply by tapping or swiping in on entry to every classroom. But in particular we'll be able to pick up on any of those who aren't attending and approach them to offer them referral to learning advisors and other student support services as appropriate. It's also hoped that overall it will improve attendance where necessary. And most importantly, or certainly as a boon to the students, is individual timetables in the future. There have been ups and downs. Probably the biggest challenge is working with other departments outside of our own and negotiating their time around their existing commitments and priorities. That said, being able to work with other departments has been a positive step because we all have a shared enthusiasm for the project and also we've built up relationships for future projects. I would say within Registry itself, the timetabling system, getting that ready to collect and reflect the data has been challenging and we've had a few dry runs, but we've now managed to develop an accurate and efficient process. The timelines have differed from what was first planned and there are elements within the original project plan that have moved quite significantly, for example the training of staff and the implementation of the new process. These really have come to light as you work on the project itself, and although it could be said that deviation from the plan is poor project management, I would disagree and say that the changes are actually made in an informed and directed way. For example, staff training isn't happening now to the beginning of September to make sure it's current and fresh for those colleagues who will be using the system at the beginning of the next academic year. I think initially there was some misunderstanding about the use of the project and that it may be a slightly big brother approach to monitoring students. But with careful communication and working with our colleagues, it's now clear that there are many benefits both to students and staff, and it will provide an opportunity for staff to offer holistic support to students in difficulty. Not least as well, it also frees up academic staff from having to take manual registers. One of the greatest practical difficulties is that of consensus, for example agreeing what is lateness, because the system has to have one definition across all programmes and schools. Really we've learnt that those decisions should have been made sooner so they could have gone out to consultation, but unfortunately short staffing at senior level and competing demands of other tasks didn't readily allow for this. We also feel that an active involvement of a senior champion who remains constant throughout the project is a key factor for successful implementation. There are still some challenges remaining, mainly the accuracy of room bookings. The software is in place, the timetable structure is in place. We now have to actually add the data in good time so that the students' names are there, so the registers can be produced ahead of registration. However, overall, attendance monitoring is undoubtedly a positive step forward for St Mary's and the support we are able to provide our students, and we look forward to seeing the outcomes from this project reflected in student attainment and retention.